So I've just come out to the rosemary garden. I haven't mowed the grass here for probably 3 or 4 weeks now because it hasn't rained, so it's not growing. But of course, when you don't mow, other things start to grow. And now we have all these little trees which have self-seeded. So, need to remove those, otherwise we're going to end up with a forest. No worries though. I have my tree removing tool thing. Well, that didn't take too long. 20 minutes, that's got rid of them all. Oh, is that one I've left? I think it is. It's a bit hot out here, mind, but that's a job done. So I've been meaning to do that for the last few days, so I'm glad I've done that. Most of them, like I said, had self-seeded, so they pulled up really easy with no resistance. I think 1 or 2 of them were suckers from these trees here. So they were a bit tougher to get out, but they come out. So that's good. Glad that's done. Well, today we have the tour of Deux-Sèvres in town, and it passes through Coulonges every year. It takes a slightly different route. It came right past our house last year. This time it's actually turning left here, down here, or turning right, sorry, my left. And so we'll see all the cyclists shortly. And here come the cyclists. I can see them in the distance. that's it. That's all the fun over for another year. I must stress, this is not the Tour de France, it's the Tour of Deux-Sèvres, which is our department, but none less exciting.
Well, I've just been sorting through all the dog stuff because I've kept stuff for years of all the dogs we've had, and I won't be using any of these bits anymore. We've got plenty of stuff. I've got these nice little cat bowls which I bought for Lexi, but she won't eat out of a bowl. And water bottle. Ours don't go out anywhere, so they won't need them. A couple of dog collars, because ours have special ones for ticks as well. This is a bowl we bought Max because he eats too fast. Well, he still does, he's not so bad, and you put the food in there and it takes them longer to eat, so we don't need that anymore. Another water bottle. And I got these bandanas which they've never worn. I've washed them. A little hat we had for Charlie, and Christmas scarf. And I've got all these little doggy coats. There's no way Lexi will wear one, she'd freak out. So we've had about 9 Cavaliers in the past. Then we've got the doggy jumpers. Another coat. This one, Sleepy Sophie used to wear that. Ours just won't wear them. They're real tearaways. They're not like nice sedate Cavaliers like we used to have. And I did buy these coats for them, but like I said, they don't go out anywhere here, because it's like they've got their own park. And this, our black and tan Cavalier, Minnie used to wear this, and our tricolour Holly. And I think I've got some photos of them wearing them somewhere, so we'll put that up for you. And I've still got another box to go through with towels. I don't know what else is in there, but I've got to wash them all. I've washed all these. So we're going to take them to a local animal charity, and hopefully they'll be put to some use, good use.
This used to be a sledgehammer, but now it's just a lump of metal and a lump of wood. And that's because it snapped off, and I suspect that end's probably rotten, but the rest of it feels good, so got to reconnect that to that. Perfect. Well, we're off to a city called Saumur today, and I'm having a day off from driving. As you can see, the lovely Susie is driving, and it's one of the reasons we're going for a little drive is because, well, you haven't driven for months, have you?
No.
Had a couple of little practice runs just up the local roads, but you haven't driven properly now since September, so it's a long time. And Susie said, I fancy a drive.
So one of the reasons I wanted to drive today is because I've lost my confidence after not having driven for months, and I actually couldn't walk when I came out of hospital, so I couldn't drive because I wouldn't have been able to brake. I couldn't lift my legs, so yeah, so it's a good day today.
Yeah, you can soon get out of the habit. Once you're out of the habit, you can lose your confidence.
Yeah.
So it's good, really good that you're driving again. I'm glad you are.
Yeah, because I would have driven anywhere before, but I think because you did all the driving for so long, I was beginning to just rely on you.
Yeah. So we're going to our favourite city, which is Saumur, and it's 40 minutes north of us. And we've got a soft spot for Saumur because when we first arrived in the country, which was August 2020, so nearly 2 years ago now, we were living at a friend's holiday cottage, which was empty. It was empty, and he had no plans to come over because of COVID and all that. So he said, stay there. And that was 10 minutes north of Saumur. So, of course, we used to go into Saumur quite a lot. And we haven't been there since we moved down to our current place. So we're looking forward to going back there, and hopefully we'll show you some sights. That depends on how hot it is and how much walking we can do, but hopefully we'll get you some interesting footage because it's a lovely, lovely city, well worth a visit. And it's in the Loire Valley, so we'll be leaving our region and going into the Loire Valley. So
where we've got lots of cattle and sunflowers, it will now change to vineyards.
That's right, lots of vineyards.
Rows and rows of vineyards.
Lots of vineyards. And where we were staying, actually, we lived up there for 7 months. We were literally on the edge of a vineyard, and we used to drive to the local supermarket, and there was a slightly quicker route we could have taken, which would have taken 2 minutes off the journey, but our journey to the supermarket was 17 minutes, and 15 minutes of those was driving through vineyards, nothing else but vineyards. And so we used to take the scenic route, and it's beautiful. So that's where we're heading, and we shall see you when we get there. Well, Susie and I have just gone 40 minutes north, and we've taken a little trip to the beautiful city of Saumur. And this river here is the Loire River, because we are now in the Loire Valley. This restaurant here was one of the first restaurants we visited in France, and I was sitting outside with Susie and I was umming and ahhing over what to choose, and I was split between Boeuf Bourguignon and something else. I can't remember the other thing. And of course Boeuf Bourguignon is beef stew, basically, for those of you who don't know. Anyway, the owner must have overheard me, and 2 minutes later he brought me out a very small sample bowl of the Boeuf Bourguignon, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and so I obviously ordered it, and it's the best Boeuf Bourguignon I've ever had. and I was talking to him and I asked him about the building. I said it's a very, very beautiful building, and he replied, "C'est un mille ans," which basically means it's 1,000 years old. If walls could talk, 1,000 years old.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed our vlog this Sunday, and we'd like to say thank you to Jane, Jen and everyone else that's bought us a coffee this week. Much appreciated, thank you. And thank you to all our patrons for supporting us, and all of you out there for supporting our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Enchanté.